and just that's so nasty. Oh my god. Okay. Meet my brother. Okay. This is Ken. Hi Ken, my name is Lindsay. It's nice to meet you. He's deaf.
3 things that affect what we hear are frequency, pitch, and amplitude. Frequency is a measure of the rate of disturbance. Pitch is determined by the frequency. It is how low or high the sound is. Amplitude is the height of the sound wave. 2 of the main parts of the ear are the middle ear and the inner ear. The middle ear is an air-filled, membrane-lined space located between the ear canal and the eustachian tube, cochlea, and auditory nerve. Inner ear is 2 organs, semicircular canals that serve as a balance organ, and the cochlea, which serves as the body's microphone. The hearing process is as follows. Sound funnels into the ear canal, which causes the eardrum to move. The eardrum vibrates with sound. Vibrations move through the ossicles to the cochlea, to the ecochlea. It causes the fluid in the cochlea to move. Fluid movement causes hair cells to bend, which creates neural signals that are picked up by the auditory nerve. The auditory nerve sends signals to the brain where they are interpreted as sounds. There are 3 types of hearing losses. The first one is conductive, and that is when sound is not conducted through the ear correctly. The second is sensorineural, which is damage in the inner ear or the nerve pathways from the inner ear to the brain. The last one is mixed, which is damage to both the inner and the outer ear.
What's burning? Amy! Amy! Ah! Cut!
Smell works through a process called olfaction. Chemical molecules enter the nose and dissolve in mucus within a membrane called the olfactory epithelium. Hair cells are the receptors in the olfactory epithelium that respond to chemicals. Hair cells have small hairs called cilia on one side and an axon on the other. The receptors react and alert the limbic system of the brain. This gives us smell information. The olfactory bulb is a neural structure on the vertebrate forebrain involved in olfaction. Smell also is linked with memory. Receptors send messages to the brain's olfactory bulb, then to the temporal lobe's primary smell cortex, and to the parts of the limbic system involved in memory and emotion. When you smell something, it can be linked to a memory because the chemicals of that scent are relayed to the limbic system, recognized as memory.
The pain I felt from touching the hot pan is one of our 4 skin senses: pain, pressure, heat, and cold. Pain is caused by any pressure, inflammation, or harmful stimuli that the body detects. The type of pain we feel is determined by how fast the signal is sent to the brain. Fast signals feel sharp pain, and slow signals are achy or throbbing pains. The gate control theory explains that the spinal cord contains a neurological gate that can either block pain signals or let them pass to the brain. Along with pain, warmth, cold, and pressure are our other 3 skin senses. Warmth allows us to detect temperatures over 98.6 degrees. Our cold sense allows us to detect temperatures under 98.6 degrees. Our senses of pressure is anything that weighs on the body. These senses combine to give us all our other feelings. For example, touching adjacent cold and pressure spots trigger the sense of wetness. The vestibular sense is the sensory system located in the structures of inner ear that registers the orientation of the head. Also responsible for the sense of balance and equilibrium. It gives us the ability to sense position, location, orientation, and movement of the body and its parts. The kinesthetic sense is the muscle sense. It helps us detect weight, body position, or the relationship between movements in our body parts, such as joints, muscles, and tendons. also have a sense of temperature, which is thermoception. It is the sense of heat and the absence of heat. We also have a sense of time, which changes with age and depends on our emotional state. Brain circuits control this sense. The prefrontal cortex is responsible for attention and also short-term memory capacities. It is linked to memory and attention.
It looks a little burnt.
This is the eye. When light enters your eye, it first passes through the cornea, which covers your eye. Then the light goes through your pupil. Your pupil is the black dot in the center of your eye, and it is just a hole. Its size is determined by your iris, your eye color. The light passes on to the lens. The lens changes shape to focus images on the retina, in a process called accommodation. The retina is a light-sensitive tissue at the back of the eye. This dent in the retina is called the fovea, and that is the central focal point on the retina. The retina sees the image upside down, but is flipped back when processed in the brain. The light is then caught by receptor cells in the retina called rods and cones. Rods and cones then produce neural impulses that are sent to your brain. When it comes to color, hue, intensity, and saturation are very important. Hue is the dimension of color that is determined by the wavelength of incoming light. Intensity is the amount of energy in a light or sound wave. Brightness, loudness. Saturation is the relative bandwidth of the visible output from a light source. Color vision is made possible by photoreceptors and the opponent process theory. Photoreceptors are structures that respond to light. The opponent process theory states that opposite colors, red, green, yellow, blue, black, white, enable color vision. Nearsightedness and farsightedness occurs when images are not focused on the retina. If you can't see far away, you are nearsighted, so images of distant objects focus in front of the retina. So the other way around, people who are farsighted can't see near objects because the image focuses behind the retina.
All taste buds can detect 5 taste sensations. Location doesn't matter. They are sweet, sour, salty, bitter, and umami. Gustation is how food is turned into taste information. Multiple taste buds are grouped on bumps called papillae. When eating, saliva breaks down the chemical components that travel into the papillae to microvilli, in the hair-like structures, which they send the information to the cerebral cortex. Sensory interaction is the principle that one sense may influence, as when the smell of a food influences taste.